from Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium here in Canton, Ohio, where our NFL legends sit and future Hall of Famers are born. Today, Canfield looked for their first ever state championship as the Cardinals back in 2005 fell to Toledo Central Catholic. Tonight, they get their second opportunity at a state title, and they will take on the Bloomfield-Carrol Bulldogs, one of the biggest teams that they're going to play all season long. The Bulldogs have won 14 games in a row. They are 14-1. Hi again, everybody. Welcome into YSNLive.com. Richie Giuliano. We got Steve Leslie with me here in the booth today. Mike Ackelson is with us down on the sidelines, and Sam Torres is up in the booth helping up as well here today. Steve, I remember week 1, week 2, Coca's Pizza. You're talking to Coach Pav. You're talking to Brock Lowry, Don Marzano, a host of Canfield Cardinals, and you talked about what it would take to get to Canton, and today that dream becomes a reality.
Yeah, dreams do come true. I say that all the time, Richie. Yeah, I remember those conversations. Coach Pav is a 1 week at a guy time. You know that better than anybody, but he thought that this team had an opportunity to win a state championship. Here we are, a big team. You're the voice of the Cardinals. I'm glad to be with you. To me, big doesn't bother this Canfield football team. You've gone through an Ursuline. You played a Chardon state championship team. The Parma Holy Name team with the quality athletes and the skill that they had. Region that the Canfield is in has gotten this football team ready to prepare for a state championship, and I'm excited to be a part of it, no doubt.
This is going to be a fun one tonight. Mike Ackelson down on the sideline.
I'll tell you.
50 degrees here at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium.
It's kind of weird, Richie. I come down here, one moment it's like kind of quiet, and then all of a sudden the wind just picks up and the flags on the goal sticks. If you watch them during the game, they will be straight up at sometimes. Sometimes they go to the left, sometimes they go to the right. Now, I did talk with a bunch of the Canfield guys when I got down here. They are excited. They are ready for this game, this moment. They've been waiting for this, and they said one of the calming factors this week was that Mike Pavlansky went through this in 2005, and this is his second trip here. He wants a much different result, but he said it was easier to prepare this team this time around.
Well, it's easier when you got 28 seniors as well. This is one of the biggest senior classes that has ever come through the Canfield system, and all 28 have been an integral part of this football team to become 13-1 and get to the state title game here this afternoon.
Yeah, Coach Pav, obviously. Jerry McKinney for Bloom in his first year. So, I'm with you. Game experience for Coach Pavlansky, to me, is a big advantage to this Canfield football team. He's been there, he's done this, and he represents the Canfield community awful well.
The Canfield Cardinals' only loss so far this season was to the Cheney Cowboys, losing 16-13 in week number 5. Bloomfield-Carrol lost all the way back in week number 1 against a Division V opponent in Harvest Prep. They have rattled off 14 in a row. And, Mike, I know you got to see Bloomfield-Carrol up in person on the sideline. They're one of the biggest teams, maybe in high school football history, when you talk about their offensive line. They average 289 pounds up front. Mike, when they came out of the tunnel, what was your first reaction?
There's a lot of beef on that line. Now, how well are they athletically? They've got to be, because they're here. You don't win 14 in a row by mistake. I watched them, and they seem like they've got some good footwork. The one thing we've noticed through Canfield's playoff run, they have been able to win the battle in the trenches. From a technique standpoint, Canfield has one of the best O and defensive lines. They're going to have to play up to par and be excellent today, because Bloomfield-Carrol's just going to try and push their weight around on them.
When you look at both offensive lines, Canfield and Bloomfield-Carrol share one similarity. 4 out of the 5 are seniors up front, so a lot of experience coming back. When you look at this Bloomfield-Carrol team, back-to-back state semifinalists in 2020 and 2021, they jumped up a division, Steve, from D4 to D3 like Ursuline did, and they're now in their first ever state title game. And you talked about it. First-year head coach, Coach McKinney, is doing a heck of a job.
You have to give him a lot of credit. It's a big jump. I mean, that's a big jump in divisions in a class weight. They definitely fit the D3 with the size that they have. in my opinion, Richie, it's going to be a good football game. Excited to see Brock Lowry again in person. And, hey, it's been 2009 since we had 2 state championships from the Valley. Congrats to Coach Yeagley and South Range #1. It's on us here and the Canfield Nation to get state championship #2.
Canfield, after today, if they get 2 championships, could be the home of high school football in Ohio, huh?
Yeah, it would be the home. What else could you ask for? 2 divisions, 2 states. I think 5 miles apart. Hats off to these programs, these communities. You said it. Canfield Nation's down there in full force.
This is going to be a fun
They
one. Go ahead, Mike.
They are well represented, guys. This place is absolutely packed with Canfield fans, even into the second deck. It is just absolutely loaded. They're loud, they're proud, they're behind their Cardinals 100%, saying, let's go.
Players to watch today for Canfield, it's the Indiana commit, Brock Lowry. A senior 6'3", 205. He leads the team in both rushing and passing. He's very accurate with the football through the air, 67% completion percentage, over 1,600 yards through the air. On the ground, he also has 1,607. He combines for 3,268 and 38 touchdowns for Canfield. If you are Bloomfield-Carrol, you are circling 12 all week long.
Yeah, you better find where 12 is at for sure. And I spoke with you off the air when last night and today. We go back to Brock Lowry when he was a sophomore playing in Chardon and a few mistakes. He's grown up so much. I cannot tell our fans the type of player this young man is. If you get a chance to listen and watch, enjoy every second of Brock Lowry at quarterback for Canfield.
And then the player to watch for Bloomfield-Carrol, it is number 7, Dylan Armentrout, the tailback who has the single-season Bloomfield-Carrol rushing record at 2,115 yards. Last game against Tippy Canoe to get them to the state championship, he rushed for 250 yards on 30 carries with 3 touchdowns. So Dylan Armentrout is the guy to look out for Bloomfield-Carrol. This is an offense, Steve, where they like to load the box with 10 guys. They sometimes put 4 guys in the backfield and 6 guys on the offensive line.
Yeah, you have to win the line of scrimmage. Time of possession, I think Richie's big. You want to try to get them. And when I say long situations, 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8, I think is key for the Canfield defense. You don't want them to get those 3.5 yards a pop and be able to play the type of football they want. For Canfield, I think they can do a lot of things. And with number 12, he can run it and throw it. The name for me that I woke up with is Gavin Raymond. I don't know why. I've listened to you guys. He's that quick receiver. Davis is more possession, which you'll talk about. I think Gavin Raymond makes a big play in this game.
Raymond leads the team in touchdown receptions with 4 this season. He's got 23 receptions, second on the team. The leading receiver, you mentioned it, Jack Davis, 30 receptions with a touchdown as well. So this is going to be a fun one. We're going to step aside real quick. We'll be back for kickoff in 4 minutes here on ysnlive.com.